Welcome to Bickerlist, a podcast as entertaining for your ears as The Last Dance was for your eyes. The premise is simple. Each podcast, we've got a predetermined topic, and we each bring our own personal fives to the table and battle it out. Our topic for this week is the best fast food chains. I'm Brad, your host, and with me, as always, are two of the most opinionated jerks and idiots I know, Brian Lawrence.
Hello.
And Zach Ford.
I.
How's it going, guys?
Doing great. Really excited for this.
This has been a long time coming. We're finally making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about doing this for a while, and I'm really excited. We actually tried this once before, and it failed miserably. So this is our first attempt.
Miserably is a really just aggressive way to say it. It just wasn't great.
Right.
It failed miserably is a little harsh.
It's not what I wanted to stick my name to for the first thing we put out into the world.
Sure, yeah.
It was the top 5 hard candies, and
Not chocolate candies.
we may revisit that at a different time.
I think
Sure.
we should. we should.
There was some good arguments had.
There were some very different opinions.
I mean, there were bags of Pez bought.
Hey, don't judge me. Anyway.
I wasn't gonna say who it was.
He just felt guilty.
I do feel a little bit guilty. Hey, so since this is the first one, let's just kind of round robin this thing. Brian, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Well, I like long walks on the beach. My name is Brian. I am proud father of 2 little boys, bourbon connoisseur, and I like to smoke meats. I'm a smoker.
Get them. I like that. I like that you like that because we've enjoyed these meats.
Yeah, I like that you like that I like that.
It's always good to have a friend who loves to smoke some meats.
Sure. Happy to be that friend.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, a little bit about yourself.
Just like Brian, got 2 little babes. Nashville, Tennessee. Not born and raised, but we're in Nashville now. Love to do music. I'm a creative full-time doing design and social media by what I do by trade. And then I do lots of music and DJing and all that stuff on the side. And just love making things, making friends.
That's awesome. I'm
and
Brad.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I guess the qualification here to be part of this thing is you got to have 2 kids, at least for now.
You don't have to.
It's a good move. It's
Yeah,
a good qualifier.
I just
2
like
kids.
mine. That's why I said something about them. So
Okay, well, I like mine too. Yeah, married to a beautiful wife. Been married for 13, 14 years. Got a lot of opinions, and I'm excited to share them all.
which is why this thing started.
Now, if I don't say any of that, I love my kids. Well,
I mean, you had your chance, but you
Yeah.
didn't say anything.
I do love them, but no buts.
Well, that's awesome. So here's something exciting. This is our first episode, but we do have a sponsor. Brian, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Let me hold on. Just a minute.
You got it?
You got this, Brian?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't come to just the first one and not have a sponsor.
Good. I mean, you had
Getting paid
2
for it.
jobs, like come up with a top 5 list and then the sponsor thing.
They're not paying us for nothing.
Well, the one job was to come with a top 5. I don't have a sponsor.
You didn't get one at all?
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, that's real disappointing for me. We got a lot of people that are going to be helping us make this thing, and we're not going to have any money to support it.
Well, I mean, it was the first one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the first one, right? I mean,
but
Who sponsors the first of anything?
I found one.
oh, Zach found one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, Brian, you're out. Zach, you're in. What do you got, Zach?
Let me pull the script up. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Lock and loaded. This episode is brought to you by Flarpa Lupkins, the lumps of lovable chapstick that you can carry with you anywhere you go. Brian, looks like you could use some right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little dry over there.
A little chapped.
I mean, with The name's just not really appealing, but that's fine. That's up to them.
It's not our job to come up with the name. It's just our job to give them the space they deserve
That they paid for.
to promote their chapstick.
Sure.
So, Flarpalupkins chapstick. Grab some at your local grocery store, and have fun.
Sure.
Awesome. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate you, making sure that this show's taken care of.
Anytime.
Brian.
I believe in you for next time, Brian. Don't let us down.
Flarpalupkins.
Flarpalupkins.
All right. Hey, let's go into the mailbag. This is the first episode, like we said, so it might be a little bit light. Zach, you got that mailbag over there?
Yeah, and let me get it for you.
Yep. There it is. Oh, there is something in here. Let's
Well, that's exciting.
open it up. I probably shouldn't. Let's open it up. It's a message from my wife, and it just says, "Don't be out too late." So,
Should probably
yeah, we'll end this on time.
tell her.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll apologize to her. Speaking of mailbags, if you guys have questions, concerns, comments, anything else, find us out on the interwebs. We have the socials and stuff, Instagram and whatnot, at Bickerlist.
At Bickerlist.
All right, let's get into this. We are here for one reason and one reason only, to talk about our top 5 personal favorites, best fast food restaurants of all time. Now, in order for this to qualify, we've talked about this ahead of time, but the people need to know, we are measuring fast food by whether or not there is a drive-thru.
Right.
So every place that we're mentioning here has to have a drive-thru. That's
No
what makes it
drive-through, not on the list.
no drive-thru, not fast food, for the purposes of this. So the way that this is going to work is Brian's going to say his number 5 pick, and then we are going to just go around and we'll work our way from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Nobody's heard each other's lists before, and we're just going to react.
Coming in cold.
Coming in cold.
Coming
We
in
have
hot.
no idea what you guys are going to say, and all I know for sure is that you'll probably get one or two of these very wrong.
You're getting all of them wrong. Maybe not all of them. I'll give you that.
I don't have a high degree of confidence of either of you to have a good list.
Well, Brian, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah.
We'll just see,
Heck me too. Yeah.
Thank you for those compliments.
Sure. No, I mean, that's what we're here for. So, starting out, top 5. And y'all, we will get some honorable mentions. So if you're like, man, why didn't you guys have that on the list? We're gonna have that an opportunity at the end.
There'll be room for it at the end.
The room for it at the end. But for me, a fifth, and a good fifth to start me off. Big fan, Burger King. Burger King, love me some Whoppers. Just good old classic Burger King.
What's your order when you go?
Usually a Whopper, no onion, no cheese, fries. Usually a Sprite guy, but sometimes I'll go Dr. Pepper.
I can't tell you how much I hate that whole pick.
Really? What about it?
I mean, here's the thing.
Your face was phenomenal as I was saying this.
I was trying to hold in the vile feelings I have towards Burger King. I don't know if it's just the crappy toys from when I was a kid compound into the changing of brands from years. I mean, it's largely the same look, but there was a time and a place where they used to have these special deals. I can't even remember the name of them. I think it was the Big King. You guys remember the Big King?
It was like a huge burger.
Yeah, it was. Well, it had these special deals. You get 5 for $5. We used to go as we were kids. Freaking hated those things. Keep going though. Don't want to.
Yeah, keep going. Keep telling us why.
Well, both of the reasons that you said you didn't like it was their branding and their children's toys. So that's a really solid way to say that the food wasn't great. But all right.
I will tell you though, if I have to see one more commercial with that stupid king dancing around, like for real,
I don't mind the King.
The King.
I hate everything else.
Just a shiny face,
well,
stupid looking.
He's just creepy.
Let me
that's
wear
it.
it.
Just
I think that's
creepy.
what it is. I think we're over. Don't be that creepy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was your number 5. Zach, what about you? What's number 5?
Number 5 for me, Popeyes.
Popeyes.
I don't know if you guys have had the latest Popeyes conundrum, this sandwich that everybody's raving about.
I've heard about this.
The reason why Popeyes is number 5 and not anywhere else on the list, my love of this sandwich has eclipsed almost all other chicken sandwiches.
Well, tell me about it. I've never heard of it, actually.
Listen, okay, so it's plain and simple. The chicken is the sandwich is $3.99, which it doesn't come as a meal or any of that kind of stuff. I think you probably can get a meal, but we order the entrees here as a family. I'll go by the drive-thru and pick up 3 sandwiches a lot of times. I eat one, my wife eats one, and we cut one in half, split it between the kids.
But what's on it? Like, what's on the
massive.
sandwich?
So here's what it is. It's a nice brioche bun. It's a big nice bun. It has the fancy top that's split. It's cooked. It's nice. It's like a baker's bun.
Sure.
Baker's buns.
Baker's buns.
Exactly. And then the chicken is a whole chicken thigh, very deep fried, breaded. I mean, it is at least 2 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich patties for $3.99. It is so worth the money. Everything else from Popeyes, it's okay. The biscuits are pretty good. But for me, the reason why it gets onto the top 5 at all is because of that chicken sandwich. So you can get it either spicy or original, which original is just mayo, pickles, sandwich. Or you can get it the spicy mayo, which is kind of like an aioli spicy mayo sauce. It's essentially Tabasco and mayo.
Fancy.
I feel like this is kind of a secret sponsor that we didn't know about. That
Popeyes.
this is actually who's sponsoring this episode.
Is it?
I don't know.
I'm here for that.
That
because
felt like
those
a commercial.
sandwiches are fantastic.
Yeah, that felt
Well, here's
like a
the
commercial.
thing. That's for my top 5. Everything else they got the dirty rice, they got all that stuff, but
Dirty
Popeyes.
rice. So here, okay.
Popeyes wasn't even on an honorable mention for me, so that's interesting that it's.
have
on
you
the
had
list.
the sandwich?
No, I've not.
See, that's a game. I completely agree with that. The sandwich was the game changer.
Okay,
The one sandwich was enough to bump a lot of the other ones out
That's
of the way.
all I gotta say.
that's fascinating.
Okay.
We should try that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say my parents sometimes order Popeyes for us, like when we all get together, and I'm more of a KFC guy.
I agree with that. I agree with that when it comes to like deep fried chicken.
Yeah, the fried chicken.
Hands
Yeah.
down, agree with that. But that sandwich,
Yeah, neither one of those two are making my list though. KFC, Popeyes, nah.
yeah.
Number 5 for me, and there are drive-thrus. I've been through it. Panera. I really like me some
Okay.
Panera. So here's
But
the
they're
deal.
they're not fast necessarily.
Well, they're not. I mean, neither's Popeyes.
That's very true.
That's true.
You're sitting in there and just like,
You're waiting.
are you killing the chicken right now?
What is happening right
My
now?
gosh.
I will say Panera is a great choice. I would classify that more as like if I had to look through the list, I'd be like, it's probably not a drive-through. And though I do know one where we live.
Yeah,
it's
we do
And
have
they
one.
do have a
it's
drive-through.
a drive-through.
There, yeah.
I just wouldn't classify it, but good pick.
It's
good
a
solid pick.
I do like it. There's lots of things that I enjoy, especially the cheddar broccoli bread bowl.
Ooh,
It's real good, and then you get the baguette on the side. Just so much bread.
It's kind of like the bowl over in Disneyland.
It's probably like you shouldn't eat anything else for the rest of the day after that because you've already had.
Well, it comes with the side of a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Which I'm good with.
Yeah, cool.
blanket. Would you
Yeah.
like a blanket to go with that? Yes.
Absolutely. An air blanket.
If you're not listening to the show and you're in the fast food industry, you're making mistakes.
That's right. All right, Brian, number 4, what do you got?
It's a good solid first round. I mean, I have to say, I'm not super upset with your picks so far. I thought I would
Panera
be.
is a great pick. I honestly will say this: it's one of those sleeper picks.
Yeah.
and they have food. Like they have great. They
Well,
do
of course
have great
they have food. This is about
Well, I mean,
fast
there
food.
are places you could say in that category. We'll get to them later. Honorable mentions: Starbucks. However, it's not. It's not a restaurant.
Maybe that made somebody else's list. You
I
never
did
know.
think about them earlier, though. It's gonna interesting. Anyway, that's the 5th round. Good first round, guys.
Okay.
Good first
I
round.
feel solid about
First
that.
round.
So this is where it starts to get divisive. I know it will. Number 4 for me, Jack in the Box.
Oh, gosh.
Big fan. Big fan. Specifically, the sourdough bacon Jack from Jack in the Box with the curly fries.
Yeah, me and Jack in the Box were together at one time.
See?
It was a good night.
You didn't give me like at least a bad face, but you looked at me like,
Yeah, here's the thing for me. So, for the good listeners at home, we all grew up in different areas of the country. So, Brian was very much like a West Coast guy. I'm Midwest, Chicago. And Zach, you were, I don't know, all
Both.
over the place.
All over the place.
You were in Europe for a while. You were an East Coast guy.
West
you were West
Coast.
Coast too.
Yeah.
So,
I've had the taste of America.
I will say, before I came
And
to where
Europe.
I am now, we're all in Nashville right now, and before I came here, I'd never had Jack in the Box. And Brian, you said we need to go and have this. Say it.
Yeah, we went to lunch one day.
We did
Yeah.
sourdough
bacon jack.
Yeah, and so I got it. He was talking it up, and I was so excited because I was like, awesome. Maybe this is gonna be my new thing. It was not. I was so disappointed. Maybe it was just because of the amount you were talking it up.
I might have overtalked it.
Yeah, you
But I'm still not going to back off. It's absolutely my number 4, and I wouldn't step down from that.
What's the fry game over there? Is it a curly fry?
It's a curly fry.
I
It's
think
a curly
you
fry
can
and
get
a
the
mozzarella
two.
sticks. But
Ooh, they've
that's
got
different.
good mozzarella sticks too.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good choices, but the sourdough bacon jack is definitely what I go back to.
Why I will say this about Jack in the Box, that I think they are a good choice. They're open late. They're open super late, whereas other places you could be driving at 2 a.m. and sometimes they're open. The thing is the Jack in the Box has a wide variety of value menu items. So let's say it's super late and you want to try everything. They have tacos. They have tacos.
The tacos, I forgot all
They
about
got
the tacos.
Their tacos are great. Their soft
It's like
tacos
2
are-
for 99 cents.
It's crazy. They have tacos. They have French toast dip things. They have a lot of variety, and I like that about them. You can go get a burger or you can get a chicken sandwich. It's
Oh, is it like a jack of all trades, master of none
in
kind
the
of
box.
thing?
I don't like what you're insinuating, so I'm not going to agree with that.
I feel like I pretty much nailed it there.
No,
If you're serving both burger and tacos, you just don't know what you're doing.
I'm not going to defend you, but I'm going to say it's not a terrible choice.
I'm also realizing, as well as the people listening, that you are a big fan of the value menu. So if you're with Zach Ford, just take him to a value menu and he's fine.
I mean, I'm not even mad at that statement right there.
Yeah.
If you've got a trash value menu, you're not in my top 5. I'm just going to say that outright.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's awesome. Zach, what's your 4th?
Number 4 for me, some people are going to be probably really offended at this, that know me, know how frequent I've eaten at this place. In-N-Out is a number 4 for me. My West Coast fam, I love you, and I love that my drinks and my bottom of my fries have scriptures on them. I think it's a nice old touch.
Is that true?
This is true.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I love In-N-Out, and I don't have anything bad to say about them. There are just other winners in my heart that I can have access to here. And I think that there is something happening inside of my body right now when if you were like, hey, let's go get fast food, I would not desire In-N-Out. I wouldn't be like, oh, let's go.
That's because you can't get it out here.
Yeah,
it's not
but,
even
but
close
I'm
to
mad
us.
about that. It's like there's no reason we can't have In-N-Out out here. Just the fact
Other
that
than the fact that they don't have them out here.
my point exactly.
There's no reason we can't have them other than we can't have them.
Yeah, so I've never had it before. I can't really fight like one way, like for
That's
or
right.
against this
Yeah.
one.
I can, and that's why I say I'm very interested even more now to hear what your 3, 2, and 1 are, because that feels like it's pretty far on the outskirts, even if it is within your top 5.
It's still number 4.
I'm just very interested.
It's still there.
I love the pick. Very much a big fan of the pick. Very interested in what comes next. Brad, what's your 4th?
So number 4 on my list, Chick-fil-A.
What do you get? What's your thing?
Well, I'll get the spicy chicken sandwich. What is
Okay.
it? The deluxe? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I always pull the tomato off, but I never ask for no tomato. So with Chick-fil-A, I just feel like you can go in there, you're gonna meet some people that are decent human beings that treat you like a human being. Their food is good. Portions are a little small. That's why it's not higher on my list.
So it
because-
sounds like experience matters for you. You're weighing experience on this one.
yeah, I am for sure. I feel like when I go into a Chick-fil-A or even go through the drive-thru, I feel like I'm gonna be taken care of. These people care about me, and they're gonna serve me this delicious fried food.
I mean, I really agree with you there in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of offended at the 4th spot. I feel like that's
Offended. That's strong words.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that it is such a holy grail.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
I feel like I don't have any other ability to be I feel like I have to be offended in order to defend them. But I don't know if that's just because they are the
Chick
800-pound
freaking
gorilla
fillet.
went in fast food. But keep going.
No, I like I said, they would have probably been higher, but I always feel like I have to order another thing outside of that deluxe if I'm going to be full. Like
that
I got to
plus
get
some strips.
I got to get some strips or some nugs, and it's just not, it's just not going to cut it for me. But anyway,
Yeah.
Good solid choice.
number 4. So
Good
that
solid
rounds out
choice.
number 4s. Ryan, number 3.
We have made it to the top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3.
What do you got?
So this is where my West Coast will shine through. Worked at this place in high school.
Oh, no.
My senior year, Der Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, gosh. Even just thinking about it makes my mouth water. For those of you who have never heard of it and have not experienced it yet, because you will, because it's probably going to be in heaven. It is chili cheese dogs, chili cheese fries, corn dogs. You got Chicago dogs. You can get sauerkraut.
Hold on.
Gosh,
Hold
it's
on.
incredible.
Chicago dogs.
Chicago dogs.
Tell me what's on the Chicago dog in a West Coast version.
Ooh, let's see here. Thinking back, this is a while ago. They've got onions, tomatoes. They got peppers, whole peppers.
What kind of peppers?
I don't know, green ones.
This is important.
Well, I'm sure it is. I don't know.
Okay.
That wasn't my favorite thing. I didn't like that thing.
Can you describe the size of the pepper?
No, I'm not going to describe the size of pepper because I haven't really eaten that dog. But they have them, but it's a hot dog thing. I enjoy hot dogs.
Does Wiener Schnitzel have pretzels?
Sure, yeah, it's got a pretzel dog.
Okay, they do have a pretzel.
They've
I
got
feel
a-
like
they've
I
got a pretzel
remembered
dog.
pretzel thing at Wiener Schnitzel, and I can't remember what it was, but it was pretzel dog.
Yeah, worked there in high school. I could say ingredients were incredible. The food was good even after you warmed it up. Like, I just love it. Top 3, Wiener Schnitzel. Big fan.
I really don't have an argument with Wiener Schnitzel. Once again, I have not enjoyed the Wiener Schnitzel place.
You were on the West Coast and you didn't have it?
We ate it once or twice, but I mean, it really wasn't like it didn't like punch me in the face. Like, oh my goodness, we got to go here again. I will say this: there's a lot of places. Number 3, and that's high on the list. So, just calling that out.
That's interesting. Like I don't know. I haven't had it, so it's hard for me to argue with this one. But I do feel like I don't like anybody doing Chicago dogs other than people.
It very well could be nostalgia, but I don't think it is. I think it's more than that. I think it's good when you get a chance to try it.
We'll see.
Hey, if you had it, leave us a note. Leave us some comments in the show notes. Tell me what you think. I'm pretty sure that I'm right on this one.
We'll see about that.
For you to have worked there and still have a positive affinity for it, that counts.
Like
as
10
something.
plus years ago.
That
Yeah.
is
that counts
actually
as something.
that is a good point.
Because a lot of the places that I have worked before,
You see what goes down.
you see what goes down. Hell, I worked at Cracker Barrel, and I still love Cracker Barrel. So, just saying.
No
That's not
drive-thru.
fast food, though.
No drive-thru at a
It's
Cracker
not-
Barrel.
No, it's off the list. Top 3 for me. This is number 3. This had the potential to go 3, 2, 1.
Like all 3 spots.
It could. It just for me that was the challenge at the beginning of this was what spot does this go in?
Where do you slot it in?
And it's McDonald's. McDonald's is number 3 for me.
You're loving it. Interesting.
I am.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is the first thing I have some opinions on, but go ahead.
So McDonald's here is my. I think McDonald's for me has been a part of my life as long as Chick-fil-A. My parents were very much down the middle. Here's the thing: when I was growing up, Chick-fil-A didn't have playgrounds. Burger King's didn't have playgrounds. McDonald's was the place to go to have a good experience for your kids, and still is, by the way.
Place, yeah.
Play Place still is the premier place to take your kids if you're looking to get them to play for a little while. So I will say this. The thing that really pushed it over the ledge for me was going to the London Gatwick Airport, having McDonald's, and it was amazing, just as good as the United States. Going to Naples, Italy, having McDonald's, and it was amazing.
I will give you that. I was in China and had a Big Mac in China. Was straight up the same thing.
Exactly.
They had different pies over there, and it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Because I do love me some of their apple pies. They had not apple pies. But I'm interested. What's your pick for the food though? You're talking to me about experiences. You're talking to me about
Pick for the food.
childhood stuff. Like
They don't have it. The closest thing they have in the States is the McChicken, but in Germany they had this thing called the Chicken Burger, and it was essentially a McChicken with a pepper jelly sauce on it, and it was super popular in Germany. It was like their number one thing.
that sounds good.
And we don't have it here, but the closest thing we have is Is the McChicken.
So I'm seeing Popeyes. I'm seeing Chick-fil-A. I'm seeing chicken. I have a good idea of probably what your 2 and 1 are going to be.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll freaking find out. But I can't say enough about McDonald's when it comes to consistency across the world. And really, the customer service is great at McDonald's. Like, very rarely do you encounter an environment at McDonald's that's not clean, they're very courteous. Even in the States, they have Christian music playing here most places because they're just trying to create as positive of an atmosphere as possible.
Yeah, that's not happening in Chicago.
Yeah, that's almost like
that's
nowhere.
Nashville.
That's nowhere else.
That's a Nashville thing for sure. But
I was surprised. Just like
also the clean thing.
yeah, no,
Not as much in Chicago. However, like I'm not gonna.
I think I grew up in Europe is showing right now. Like this is very much like McDonald's is this great. Now I'm not gonna dog on the fact that I have gone to McDonald's sometime and talk about value menu like that McDouble.
somebody's buying those burgers
all day.
That's all I gotta say.
McDoubles, McChickens, whatever. I'll get those things when I'm in a bind, but that's not even on
All right, now.
mention.
That's what I got.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So number 3 for me, it's gonna be a little bit interesting. I'm going Dairy Queen.
What?
Yeah. No, so I don't get the food there usually. They do have food in some of the locations.
Well, then how is it a pick? It's on my list, but I don't get the food from there.
I get the dessert. I get the ice cream, which is what you normally go to Dairy Queen for, and it's delicious and it's quick.
Blizzard.
Man, you get a Blizzard. So here's the Blizzard order. It's a medium Blizzard, which is just the perfect size. And then you get the Snickers and the peanut butter cup mixed together in that thing. Not the pieces, the cup. And, oh, my.
I don't know. I have a tough time with this one. This feels like it should be on like an ice cream episode.
Here's what
or
I will
something like
say.
that.
No.
I have had the worst
Fast food.
I've had the worst experiences of any Dairy Queen I've ever been to in my life at the one near your house.
Oh, I 100%
Literally,
agree.
they don't flip the cup upside down there because it's too runny.
They're
The ice
scared.
cream is they know. I can see the look in the kid's eyes when he hands me my Blizzard.
It's like shame.
It's
I know.
shame. Like his hands shaking, and I'm like, "Don't worry about it, bro." we have this moment, but I know that if he does it and it falls out, I get it for free.
Yeah.
So,
But you got to eat it off the floor.
but it's that
They hand it to you upside down?
If they don't flip it when they hand it to you, you get it for free.
That's right.
For real?
Yeah.
For real. I've not capitalized on it because I don't know if it's that kid's fault.
It's just to show like the thickness of the ice
consistency.
cream. Yeah. Oh, dude. It's so good. You should go.
No, I do. I'm a big fan of good. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with the pick.
They do have decent fast food there. Like I have gotten the food.
What do they have?
I feel like
chicken
you're
tenders, hot dogs.
Yeah, they've got
Burgers.
that. So not all of them. Some of them have the food. Some of them are
Just
literally
straight ice
just an
cream.
ice cream place.
Huh.
And I've gotten the food there before, and it's okay. But I'm like, when I say food, I mean dinner. But when I go there, I'm not getting like
There's a lot of asterisks
a
next
sandwich.
to this pick.
I'm getting ice cream, and they're great, and they're a national chain, which I think the people will appreciate.
I will say,
Brian.
that you can't say it though and not get a little bit of a ding for it. But keep
That's
going.
hey, listen. It's like if somebody were to say Starbucks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, you're going there for a drink.
But if you also get the food sometimes,
You could get like a muffin thing or whatever, I guess. But that's
I
my
don't
pick.
know.
Eh.
All right. I
love,
think it's a weak pick, but
love
all
me
right.
some Dairy Queen
Sure.
at number 3. Brian, what's your second?
Number 2, shout out again to my SoCal, Del Taco.
Ah, jeez. Are we going to just stay over there all night for you?
Yeah. Del Taco, straight up chicken soft tacos.
Ugh.
The sleeper from Del Taco that you would not understand if you've not been and you will not get, but I encourage you all to go and get, is their cheeseburgers.
Stop.
What?
See,
Del Taco cheeseburger.
you're getting tacos
No.
from a cheeseburger place. You're getting
Chick-
cheeseburgers from a taco place.
Brian, where's the closest Del Taco?
Oh, it's not here.
Yeah. See,
I'm very sad.
2,000 miles away.
Very sad. But Del Taco, chicken soft taco, they've got a chicken soft burrito. They've got crinkle fries.
Oh, stop.
Oh, it's legit. Del Taco all day.
So legit that they
No.
can't figure out how to get out of the West Coast. They're just going to hang out over there. No growth at all.
Hey.
How long have this company been around?
Didn't research that, but I'm not mad that they're not expanding yet. There's a lot of people that haven't crossed like the different parts of the states. We can't be upset about that.
I can be.
But I can say that I will stand behind their food, and I love them. think they're great.
Sounds like diarrhea food.
Here's the thing. No, not for me. Brian, you're entitled to what you like and what you love.
No, he's
I
not.
do know a lot of, you're not entitled to. I know a lot of people in Arizona who love some Del Taco. I was never a Del Taco fan.
Arizona, California. It may be West Coast, but I'm not going to just say like, hey, you know what? I get it that you don't understand it. If you don't like it,
Del. What's
Whatever.
the Del? What's that stand for? I don't know Spanish. Help me out, Zach.
I think it's like
Of the taco.
Of the taco.
Of the
That's
taco.
that's of the taco. Again, like
how
from
can
taco.
you hate on something because of the name?
I can.
It's from the taco, Brad.
It's of the taco, bro.
From the taco
From the taco.
From the taco.
Of the.
comes another taco. Disgusting.
Sheesh. Well, Zach,
Comes
let's get through
Brian.
Zach because I'm excited to hear what your stupid second answer is.
Number 2 for me is Chick-fil-A.
Okay, there it is.
All right. So
Number 2, Chick-fil-A. Their portion size is terrible. Brad, you talked about that earlier. It's literally the worst in the game.
It is.
If you took your medium fry and your large fry and you dumped out all your medium fries and you put your large fries in there, you would have a medium fry. There's no extra food in there.
this one's such a tough pick because like we can all agree that it's a great place.
It is.
We can all agree that they've got good,
Yes.
tasty food. The
They
service is great. The
Yes.
people are there. The fact that they can get what feels like 12-year-olds to say my pleasure, and keep
It's a
their
feat.
and keep their pants hiked up.
Okay,
like,
and
it's-
you can trade the toys because the toys matter to me having kids. The toys at Chick-fil-A are trash. Sorry, Chick-fil-A team, find a Christian toy provider because the books. My kids 2 and 4. You know what happens to books? They get ripped. They get laying in the car.
Oh, dude, my kids love the books. They love the books all the day long. Backing up to McDonald's, they can't figure out that that my kids, when I say that I have 2 boys, that I didn't mean 2 girls. Every time. Every single time I get 2 girl toys. But anyway.
I would say that they're offering more than just one toy. They just have a hard time putting them in the right boxes. That's
Yes, I will say this.
But it shows on the screen, like, boys. Like, they confirm it and they
back
read
to
it back to
Chick-fil-A,
me.
Brian.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Brian. Chick-fil-A has fantastic ice cream proportions. I will say that. When you get an Ice Dream cone, the thing's like it doesn't even stay on the cone. If you get a milkshake, it's a lot of ice cream. You're getting a good value for your money. I will say portion not great, but everything else I'm a fan of.
So I got a question for you guys because I have feelings about this. Their fries are the waffle fries.
Yes.
They are.
Are we thumbs up or thumbs down on the waffle fries?
I'd say for majority, thumbs up.
I'm
I
a
like
thumbs up on Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. Every other waffle fry can just be dumped in the trash.
I feel like even Chick-fil-A's waffle fries are subpar.
I think you're dipping it in the wrong sauce here. What
Meaning,
sauce do you? What do you ketchup with a waffle fry?
No. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they never stay hot. They're always
they're super stale really quick.
super
Stale,
stale.
but it's like soggy. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, they get a little bit wet too when they cool down.
So here's the thing. I think that opens up a whole debate of soggy or extra crispy fries.
That is a good question because a lot of people get well done fries.
I would go more of a soggy route. I would not want it to be super crispy.
No, I don't want that.
Warm and soggy.
I'll take warm and soggy. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Chick-fil-A's are either warm and not soggy or cold and soggy.
You guys, this is grossing me out with the fries. I'm just gonna be real. But here's the truth: the soggy cold fries. Like if I was like, "Hey, Brad, can you go pick up Chick-fil-A?" And by the time you get back, those fries are like
Yeah.
gross. They're gross.
Well, they're not meant to travel. Most of the food is not meant to go a long distance. You're supposed to eat it
Yeah,
there.
but it's the difference between travel and like 25 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
20 minutes. I don't know. I think that's the downside to waffle fries. I think if you can get them right off the bat, I'm okay with it because I use Polynesian sauce. Bam. Fantastic.
I will say the Polynesian sauce.
It is pretty good.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
I don't think I had that one until you were like, "Oh, bro, you gotta try that Polynesian sauce."
I'm a fan of the Polynesian sauce.
I'm
on
usually
everything.
a barbecue or honey mustard, but my wife just
Chick-fil-A sauce is good too.
my
Yeah.
wife got me onto Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
on the Chick-fil-A. I still do that. Chick-fil-A sauce for me.
It just weirds me out that it comes room temperature.
All of it does.
I know. It's just I don't know. Weirds me
Right.
out.
Sauce complaints.
All right. My second pick here is well, I don't know if this is a national one or not, but Culver's.
Okay.
I love me some Culver's.
Okay,
You get
that made an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a-
same.
I feel like that's just a solid burger. Solid burger, and you can get ice cream there too. If you haven't figured it out by now, I do like me some ice cream.
Dude,
So,
they've got a whole list of like the certain types that they're doing. Like they're doing like a cappuccino cookie thing today.
Yeah. It's always there's always something new.
There's always something.
And I will say in the summertime too, you can get that Italian ice, the lemon Italian ice, and that's fantastic. They also have cheese curds, the deep fried cheese curds.
Oh, dude.
Hands down the best thing at Culver's for me personally.
Hashtag praise hands.
I mean, the custard is great. The custard is great that they have. The cheese curds are worth going for. They are what get us in the door.
They are
I'm not gonna lie.
so
Have you had their
good.
chicken? Like their chicken is breaded just the right way. Like their chicken strips, out of this world.
I don't know if I've ever done the chicken there. I've always gone with
not.
like the butter burger.
Yeah, butter burger.
One of my
hands down.
kids just does not have cheeseburgers. He's only a chicken kid. But
Okay.
like
Chicken
chicken
only.
out of this, he usually doesn't finish them because I'm eating them.
Hashtag chicken kid.
Hashtag chicken kid.
Is that the chicken kid? Yeah, that's the chicken.
That's the chicken kid. There he goes, the chicken kid. Just a single buck.
Okay,
all right.
So we've made it.
We've made it.
We're
Hey,
here.
real quick, our producer JP is flagging us down here. Hey, do you wanna say something? JP. You gotta unmute your mic. JP, it's not that tough, man. We're just we're floating here. We're dead air. Come on. All right. Hey, listen, we'll get this figured out. Our producer we'll come back to him maybe the next episode or something. Sorry, JP. We got to move on.
Better
It
luck next
is
time.
time for the number one pick of the best fast food restaurants of all time.
Of all
I'm
time.
excited, Brian. What's this pick you're probably about to
Let's
pull
go,
out
Brian.
right here? Let's go.
Go, Brian.
Numero uno.
So
Go.
on October 22nd,
Oh, jeez.
1948, started out in Baldwin Park, California by Harry and Esther Snyder. We're graced with the best fast food place of all time, which was In-N-Out.
Oh, man.
In-N-Out,
Oh,
which
man.
gave you such things as the double with the animal fries, animal style. You could get
Yes.
your Neapolitan milkshake, which was a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
And it's still got some of the most, probably the best hidden menu of all places.
Of all hidden menus. Listen, In-N-Out's place on my board, I mean, it does have something to do with how much I love it, but at the same time, like, if you were saying, hey, let's go to In-N-Out, I would go if we were able to.
That's the thing, that if we were able to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's off the top for me, because there's not an able to. But
I feel like I've heard a lot of things on people's list that there's nothing close, and yet.
it matters. I want to enjoy it. And it tells me you don't care about me when you don't come near me.
Yeah. So
This
here's
list was nothing about proximity. This was about what you think was the best.
I just feel like you are scared of us a little.
Scared of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you are purposefully choosing these West Coast places that
Yeah.
that we can't argue with because we haven't had
Right.
them before. Now this
Right.
one Zach has had.
I have had
I'm
many
about to
had
say
it
you're
times.
nodding a whole lot like, yeah, Brad, exactly what you're saying. You've had it.
Yes. But it's also, what number was it on my list again?
4.
Exactly. So
Which
saying.
made me a little mad.
here's the thing. I'm not going to trash In-N-Out. This is the only place I've ever seen straight up cut a potato in front of me, take those cuttings and throw them in the deep fryer. And I love those are the fries.
Straight
That's
up real
cool.
food. Real food.
I mean, just straight up in front of you, like.
oh, yeah.
and
If you're
then in the
talking
deep
about
fryer.
fresh food, if you're talking about like, hey, this burger is like legit and they've done a great job of making it for you, like great
Yeah,
food.
the fries just taste the best at In-N-Out.
They're
You
consistent.
can get them well done or normal, and they don't get nasty. They are fantastic.
Okay.
They also, I will say, with In-N-Out, because we have talked a little bit about experience, like they give you an option to eat it on a tray in your car. So if you go up and you're like, hey, are you dining in your car? I mean, it's a little shameful because you're like, yes, I am eating in my car.
But there's something about like the way that they dress there. They've got like the white
Fucking
clothes
hats.
with like the red aprons, like the hats. There's something about professionalism. The quality like shows through on the fact that they've taken the time to look at all the different angles from it. A big fan all around.
Yeah.
Big
Yep.
fan. Number one.
All right, well.
All right, number one for me. I'm not scared of you guys because you need to go have it. And I just talked a whole bunch of crap about what is here and what isn't here, but Raising Cane's gets number
Raising
one.
Cane's, really?
They're everywhere except here. So we go to
No,
Kentucky to get it.
I went to school around Raising Cane's, yeah.
Raising Cane's has the best chicken of any fast food place. They have the best sweet tea of any fast food place. Their fries are amazing. But here's the thing about Raising Cane's. They just do what they do. They don't try to get into anything else. It's just chicken strips, Texas toast, and fries.
Their Texas toast is legit.
It's just, that's it. I mean, that's all they do. I think they have salads on the menu, but like literally that's it. And it's just, they know what they're good at. They're not trying to get into anything else.
So
have you had Raising Cane's, Brad?
I've never heard of Raising Cane's, and I cannot believe that it's the number one pick. I'm so frustrated right now.
So you're frustrated.
Both of you guys.
So I'm going to give you a nod.
It's closer than In-N-Out. We can get to Raising Cane's in an hour and a half.
Whoa. Before you start throwing shade, I'm going to tell you that Raising Cane's is a good pick. I went to school out Arizona State, go Devils, and we had one. We'd go there before football games. We would go there and we would have Raising Cane's. Really good breaded chicken. Definitely not a top 5.
Well,
definitely not a top 5. Great chicken.
Sorry, it's not Del Taco.
Not a top 5. Not a top 5.
Not of the taco.
Not for the taco.
Give it to us, Brad. Come on.
Raising Cane's.
Lay it on us.
Guys, it's real simple. This one's real easy. Everybody's heard of it. Trillions sold.
Yes. Yes.
McDonald's is the best fast food restaurant of all time. You cannot argue with it because they're so prolific. Everything.
I want to change mine now to be number one, but I'm not going to.
It is so
You
good.
are garbage.
No.
Both of you are garbage.
Bro, are trillions sold?
You are
heard the
garbage.
man.
I could care less about trillions sold. It could be trillions of pieces of crap sold.
No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't because you know what people don't buy? Pieces of crap.
You know what they
do
buy? Is cheap stuff.
Well,
Nope.
they clearly don't buy Del Taco out here. So one of the things they do buy in quantities are burgers from McDonald's. So for me, it started as just memories that I was making with my family. So I lived 4 houses down from my grandma, and every time we would go over there, we would get McDonald's for lunch, and it was the same thing for me. It was the Happy Meal with the hamburger, and I would get a root beer, which they don't have root beer anymore, which is a
travesty.
It is
Almost nobody has root beer anymore.
This is
just
a truth.
What's happening to root beer? Because
don't
I love
it's
me some root
it's
beer.
one of the best things. I mean,
There were
literally.
those A&W places. Do you remember those?
They had a whole business.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
were legit.
Yeah.
They're still around. They started joining with Shiver Me Timbers, Captain Silver's, whatever the place. What was that place? Long John Silver's.
Shiver Me Timbers.
Where I was, it was partnered up with a KFC. Anyway,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. McDonald's is just the best. I'll go there. It's a Big Mac maybe. It's just like 3
McGriddle.
hamburgers. Oh, McGriddle. Yeah.
McFlurry.
So here's the thing. Coming into this top 5, there is so much opportunity here when it comes to, hey, what food is there? And the fact is that there is a bunch of really, really good food out there. People take really good time to make up some really great menu items. And I just thought that you were going to be more of the foodie, food connoisseur. Let's take care of what we're actually eating and enjoy the taste of what we have, not just the cheap crap option. I just thought you were going to take more of like I just like good food option. And
No,
I'm disappointed.
I do like good food. There are if I want like a real classic like grilled burger, I will go to Culver's, but there's just something about a road trip and a quick stop off to McDonald's. There's the McFlurries that are great. You got all of the seasonal stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the McRib, but I will say there's a lot of you got the Shamrock Shakes and stuff. There's just so much good.
How much of that is nostalgia though?
Also,
to your growing up?
They're doing good. How about the Ronald McDonald House? How about...
Well, you can guilt me all day long about what they're doing good in the world, but their food is still garbage.
It's not garbage.
Listen, I will say, I don't love the story of Ray Kroc and everything that happened between the brothers that happened.
Agreed.
But what I will say, because I don't want to I don't like supporting that. I don't like some of the things that I know the food can be made with from time. You know what I mean? I know they've worked really hard to do better.
Sure.
The people who I know who say they don't like McDonald's in terms of I don't think a lot of people argue the taste. I think a lot of people argue the ethics more than they argue the taste. And I think that is They got good food.
Sure.
When there's a documentary that's made about the bad of McDonald's, supersize me, eating it every day for 30 days, like that's usually not let's not make that a top 5.
I'll tell you what, if you eat fast food of any kind for
kind.
30 days
Any
in a
kind.
row, you're going to have similar issues.
Well,
not
we're
gonna
not
be
going to
good.
argue that. I'm just saying. Anyway,
I think your shade is worth. I think there are people who are listening to this going, "Oh my gosh, can't believe you guys." And I think there are people who are listening to this going, "I'm gonna have to leave what I'm doing right now and go get a McChicken or a Big Mac or a McDouble
or whatever Del Taco sells, I guess. All right, so you guys have any honorable mentions you want to throw out there? Some
Yep.
things that almost made the list that we haven't talked about yet?
Yep. Starbucks for me almost made the list.
Okay.
It was a close one, but it didn't because I think I never get the food there, or else I would have put it on the list.
Sure.
And then the other one for me is Wendy's. That's an honorable mention.
Wendy's. Okay.
Wendy's.
They've got good burgers. They
got great burgers.
That's one of those ones I forget about.
Wendy's is
kind of
great.
like the
they're
States,
consistent
like-
too. I mean, across the states, and they're everywhere. It's just they're not the top for me.
In the same way that I forget that Delaware is a state, I forget that Wendy's is a place.
Really? Poor Delaware.
Yeah.
Sweet Delaware.
Yeah. There are some states that you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's a state. Huh.
Yeah.
What were yours?
A couple honorable mentions are some sandwich places. Schlotzsky's
Okay. Yeah,
was
yeah.
one.
I don't like Schlotzsky's personally. But
No?
keep going. No.
Yeah, that was just one. I haven't had tons of it, so maybe if I had more of it, it wouldn't make the list. But that was one that I used to enjoy from time to time in Chicago. And then the other one was another sandwich place that was like Quiznos but better.
Yeah.
Called Potbelly.
Ooh, they had one of those out in Arizona.
Did they?
Yeah.
They're real good.
Their story is great.
Yeah.
You know their story?
Yeah, their story was that they started out as an antique shop, and they just happened to sell sandwiches, and everybody was just coming in for the sandwiches, so they were like, "Oh, we should probably just sell sandwiches all the time," and then they just blew up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they always have live
interesting.
music in there. I appreciated that. Every place does here in Nashville, but back in Chicago,
Yeah,
there was
that's
always
special.
live music, and that was special too. So I like the ambiance there, and they always decorated it
Yeah.
like it was an antiques store a little bit. So that was kind of fun. What about you, Brian? You got any?
So I had an equal list, a top 5 of my honorable mentions. But so Culver's did make it.
Okay.
Culver's was theirs.
Yeah.
I do love me some Culver's. They're to get there with like a family of 4, I'm walking out like $30 every time.
Right.
So it was just like, can't do that all the time. Love me some Panda Express. Drive-thru Panda Express.
Is there a drive-thru for Panda?
There is. The one over by our place is. Like out in our neck of the woods, there is.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I would agree with that then too. That would be an honorable mention for me.
That is
A one that my wife rolled her eyes so hard that I could hear them was Taco Bell.
No. I was actually surprised.
That is an
you didn't-
honorable mention, bro. I don't know. It's in the places of. It's a safe, trusted place to get fast food. I mean, I'm not saying it's not gonna do damage, but it is a trusted place.
So a side story is I used to go to one of those gyms by my house that was one of those like 24-hour gyms, and you just card in. There was never anybody there. And you'd go after the kids went down to sleep. It's like 9 or 10 o'clock. There was a Taco Bell that was in the same parking lot. Every time that I left the gym, I would go to this Taco Bell as kind of like hey, I did something good for me.
I feel like it really defeats the purpose.
No, it was
going to the
totally
gym.
defeated the purpose, but it was hey, I earned this. So every time I go to that gym, I'd walk out that door and I'm like, it was like kind of that cue habit reward kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
but I feel like you were going to the gym so you could go to Taco Bell.
it turned into that. So every time I'd go to the gym, Danielle's like,
get that
hey,
looked
bring me
at.
back a chalupa. Last two, El Pollo Loco, West Coast. Y'all probably haven't had it, but they had great BRCs, bean, rice, and cheese.
Ugh.
Super. It was cheap, but it was like, high school, college. Fantastic. And this last one you've never been to, but Rigoberto's Taco Shop in San Diego, California, off of Fletcher Parkway. That's where you will
not a
get.
chain.
It doesn't matter. It's a fast food
Disqualified.
place. Oh, it's not disqualified.
Your whole list is.
That's right.
You could be able to get a California burrito, which is a carne asada burrito made with French fries, and you could also get carne asada fries, which were fries with cheese, carne asada.
Now that we're
And
talking,
sour cream.
but that's not fast food. But,
But
it is
but it
amazing.
is there.
It is
That's why
amazing.
you've never been. That's why it's a. I didn't want to put anything on my
Yeah.
top 5 that was clearly a. You would never have had it.
Yeah, there are 2 places that did not make my top 5 that are honorable mentions that I do like, and I will stand by these and will happily enjoy them with you. One is Rallies and or Checkers.
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
I like Rallies and Checkers. They're great. And then the other is Cookout. Cookout's really popular in North Carolina. We have one in downtown Nashville. They're great, like walk up or drive up food, kind of Sonic vibe, but just smaller. They have great burgers and shakes. It's just they focus on burgers and shakes. And if I ate it more frequently, it might have made it higher onto the list, but Cookout's great.
Rigoberto's would have been a number one for me, but it's like, hey, to get to a number one and have anybody listening be like, I don't know what that is. Like,
I think that could make like a top 5 restaurants anywhere, but we would have to have been to them.
That's tricky.
That's hard.
It's hard.
I will say, you brought up Sonic. I'm surprised that didn't make anybody's list, and I'm curious to the listeners, what else did we miss? Is there something else that we're missing right now? Put it in the comments.
Right.
Let us know whose list you think is best. I mean, I'm curious. We're gonna start keeping track and see like who won. So, Brian, why don't you list off your 5, and then we'll do Zach's, and then we'll do the winning one, and then we'll just let the people choose.
Yep. So for Team Brian over here, top 5: Burger King, Jack in the Box, Wiener Schnitzel, Del Taco, and then coming in at number 1, it was our good friends In-N-Out.
You feel how weak that is when you say it all in a row like that.
Oh no, to me that feels
back
like
to back,
that's
just-
like the foundation. Oh, that's like what houses are built on. That's the foundation of just like carry the weight of the world.
Hope you like the tacos.
Okay.
For Team Zach over here, we're going Popeyes at number 5, In-N-Out at number 4, McDonald's at number 3, Chick-fil-A at number 2, and Raising Cane's at spot number 1.
Wow. Okay. All right. For Team Brad, it's Panera at number 5, Chick-fil-A at number 4, Dairy Queen at number 3, Culver's number 2, McDonald's number 1.
That's a strong
It
list.
does feel pretty strong when I list them all out like that. I will see what the people say though. So let's move on. So go ahead and follow us on social. If you're not, we're gonna put some stuff up on Instagram and things like that, and you guys can find us there. And if there's anything that you want to ask us, go ahead. We want to thank our sponsor again, Flarpa Lumpkins.
Ask him what the next top 5 should be.
Oh yeah. Let us know if there's a top 5 you want us to do. We'll be happy to jump in and honor your requests. This has been the first episode of the Bickerlist. Thanks for listening. I'm Brad Imbergia. I'm the host, writer, and executive producer. Brian Lawrence and Zach Ford are my co-hosts, writers, and producers. Music in this episode was written and produced by Zach Ford. The show is also produced by JP Clamor and Bonifacio Bonacera. Our production coordinators are Michelle McDougall, Danielle Durden, and Christy Crisp. This episode was engineered and mixed and edited by Jeff Squish. See you next time on the Bickerlist podcast.
Bickerlist all on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bickerlist! You've got that effect to you, Brad.
Wow.
Flarpa Lumpkins. Fantastic chaps. Flarpa Lumpkins.
No, don't. I'm going to call back to it
Flarpa
later.
Lumpkins.
No, Flarpa.
Lumpkins.
Lumpkins.
Flarp.
Lumps of chapstick. You can store in your pocket for later.